Hello everyone and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. I will need to teach Cut to some Pokémon, so the only Pokémon I have that can learn Cut is Charmeleon. So yeah, I want to delete a move. Now Cut itself is not a bad move, 50 attack rating, 95 accuracy. It's definitely better than Growl, so let's go with that. Scratch is also not very important at the moment. Incidentally, this is how learning a TM or HM works in Pokemon. You kind of slam a disc into the Pokemon's skull until it knows the technique. Okay, this allows us to cut down specific trees, these specific trees. In Red and Blue originally, you would have to now go into menu, select the Pokemon, don't go summary, go cut, and that would use cut. I'll just enter the gym and exit quickly, that will reload the area so the tree's back. In these generations, luckily you can just interact using the A button, and it automatically prompts whether you want to use cut or not. Same goes with any other out of combat move like that. You can just interact with the object that it's designed for. You don't have to go through your Pokemon menu anymore. This is the electric gym, so we definitely want Golem in the front. Might very well be able to solo this. So let's first deal with these trainers. There's 3 of them. And then there's a bit of a puzzle that you have to solve. Sailor Dwayne. I'm not sure if I'll be strong enough for the gym leader yet, but I'll give it a go now, and if I faint and it doesn't work out, I'll just level up to 30 or so, and then it should be quite easy. But I believe I've got decent chances. No, I will be able to take another Pikachu, thank you. Magnitude 7 might well be enough, since I have the type advantage and Pikachus are not very powerful. Yup. Okay, I think I want to aggro this guy thus, so that he's standing, well, the way he's standing now. Because I will have to move along the rows quite a bit to do the puzzle, or at least possibly. I mean, it's really random how long the puzzle section of this gym takes, because it's random what you have to do to solve the puzzle, basically. I might get another level out of this, actually. Magnemite. I'm not sure if that's a that's a floating Pokemon, so I'm just going to switch to Charmeleon. There's some Pokemon that have the ability hover or float or something, which makes them immune against ground type moves, so I'd rather use fire against this Magnemite. And last trainer. Apparently LT Search. The LT probably stands for Lieutenant, or Lieutenant. So he was in the army. Isn't that lovely? Let's Magnitude. Pikachu is obviously faster than Golem. It's not a Pokemon that's known for its speed. Oh, I missed. Okay. I have taken a single point of damage, which for me is enough to... Wow, missing twice in a row after a single double team. If I had taken no damage at all, I would have fought the leader without going to the Poké Center. But I took a tiny sliver of damage, which is enough for me to heal up before the actual encounter. But let's do the puzzle now anyway. One of these bins contains a secret button. And it's random which one. So I have to try. And once I found which one it is, one of the adjacent ones will contain the second button, but I don't know which one. So, okay. As soon as I hit one that's wrong, the whole thing resets, and now the first button is no longer there. So, I just have to go through this and find the first button, and then try to get lucky on the second button. Okay, let's try this one. There we go. And now that the puzzle is done, it should preserve that status even when I leave. If not, we just get to do it again. Wouldn't that be fun? For some reason, you still can't sprint while indoors in this generation. I believe in later games they included that, which... I mean, not being able to use... Oh, I've got the bicycle, I keep forgetting. Not being able to use the bicycle outdoors makes sense. Indoors. But, you know, you can still run indoors. It's somewhat frowned upon, but... I mean, our protagonist is like 12, he's a child. So, children are allowed to run indoors, without anyone complaining too much. Okay, I don't quite remember how difficult this battle is, so I'd rather save beforehand. And he starts out with a Voltorb. I think this one might actually be immune against ground attacks. I will try it though. Okay, it is not. That's good. Should get me the level up as well. Will not change Pokemon. This Pikachu is going to be faster than me. Or not, funnily enough. His final Pokemon is going to be faster than me though, I'm fairly certain of that. He has a Raichu. Which is only level 24, but it is a fast Pokemon, whereas Golem is a slow Pokemon. Magnitude 9, that's so good. Might well be the kill. Yep, especially with the crit. There we go. Let's Lieutenant Surge. Find then take the Thunder Badge. I skipped through that text a little fast, I'm sorry. Cranks up your Pokemon's speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly lightning quick anytime, kid. Your special kit, take this. Strange received TM34. Strange, but contains Shockwave. Teach it to an electric Pokemon. If you aren't using a type advantaged overleveled Pokemon like I did, this move Shockwave, you will encounter it. I think the TMs that you get from the gym leaders, they tend to be moves that they actually use quite a bit. Hey, isn't that Professor Oak's aide? I think we may want to talk to him. To progress further in the story, we need to learn the move Flash, which is HM5, I believe. And I know in the original games it was quite a walk to get to it. And so you could kind of hit a wall here, not knowing where to go. Maybe he tells us where we have to go. Oh, hello, Strange. How are you doing? It's me, one of Professor Oak's aides. Did you meet the other aide? He had a package from Professor Oak for you, Strange. He said he'd look for you around Route 2. If you're in the Route 2 area, look for him. Okay, so that's that. Do you have any Pokemon that's somewhat useful against ground types? Not not really know. So let's just switch around based on level. Alakazam's not at a disadvantage, so we can use him. Because we're now going to go through Diglett's cave. If I had not gotten the Geodude, Graveler, Golem Pokemon, I would have caught a Diglett here for the arena. Because you've got an ample supply of ground Pokemon right here. The only wild Pokemon that you can encounter here are Diglett and... what's the other one? Its evolution called? Triglett? Whatever. Diglett and its evolution are the only Pokemon you can encounter here. Which means if you have chosen either Blastoise or... no, Squirtle. Squirtle or... what's its face? The plant starter Pokemon anyway. I know the German name, but the English one completely escapes me. Anyway, if you've chosen either of these, this is a good place to level up because the enemies are somewhat strong and you reliably get enemies that you have a type advantage against. So, by the point you get here, you should know Vine Whip on Bulbasaur, that's the one, or whatever its evolution is at that point. And same with the Squirtle, you should know Water Gun at least. So that's, yeah, that's a good place to level up. Of course, I have chosen Charizard, or rather Charmander, and Charmeleon. I chose Charmander, it's now a Charmeleon, it will be a Charizard, there we go. So this leveling opportunity is not quite for me. But of course, if I chose to teach Water Pulse to Gyarados, for example, this would be another opportunity to level it. I've also checked, Gyarados will now learn a move every 5 levels, pretty much until he hits 55, I believe. So next move is at level 30, which is going to be useless, but he does learn Hydro Pump quite quickly. So unless I feel the need urgently, I will not be teaching him Water Pulse, because that's the only Water Pulse TM in the game. That I just can't get another one. So I just don't want to waste it, which usually means I end up not using it at all, which is a bit weird and annoying and strange, but that's what I do. I don't want to change out my Pokemon at this point. I can always level them up later if I really want to. Okay, so once you've gone through the entire thing, you end up on Route 2. And now that you have cut, you're able to cut this tree. And to my left is the exit from Viridian Forest. And this is Pewter City. So that's good. And we've changed areas so the tree's back. Now of course we couldn't go here before. It was all closed off by that tree which we could not cut down yet. But now we can go here. I don't know if there's anything interesting in here. Oh! Fainted Pokemon is... okay. So fainted Pokemon can still use Cut. You want Abra? No, I don't want a Mr. Mime though. Never liked that Pokemon. No one likes mimes, right? So yeah, even if your Pokemon faints, you can still use Cut and Surf and all that. It's to prevent you from being stuck in an area which you might otherwise not be able to leave. I get HM5 if I have 10 Pokemon, which I do. I have 20. And yeah, that allows us to learn Flash, which I will instantly learn because I actually need it quite soon. I only have one Pokemon that can learn it. Well, Pikachu obviously can, but Alakazam can also learn it. And it's the only HM that Alakazam can really learn. So I am going to... I never use recover. I quite like teleport to just get out of situations, so that's why I don't want to override it just yet. Eventually I will, but you know, for now. Yeah, as I said, the only HM that Alakazam can learn, so that's why. I'm teaching it now. Okay. Nope. Pokemon. Let's actually use teleport now and... Whoop. We got what we came for. We don't have to take any long way back through the Diglett's cave. We can just teleport, which is useful. Now at this stage we really only have one way left to go, so we're going to go there, and I will change my Pokemon order. I think Charmeleon should really go in the front. You go right here. There we go. Oh, I keep forgetting. I have the bicycle. And the one place we can now go where we couldn't go before, or rather the place where we need to advance, is right here. Because we can now cut this tree. I don't believe there's any new Pokemon in this area that I want to catch, but there's a bunch of trainers that I want to fight. And let's see if we can make it to the end this episode, but no promises. It's pretty good. I start out with a fire Pokemon and he puts a grass type in front of me. Actually, it's more of a cabbage kind of thing, maybe? Never quite figured out what Oddish is supposed to be. Level 27. Trying to learn Scary Face. What's that do again? Sharply reduce the enemy's speed. I don't care for that. All these status moves, I barely ever use them. And let's go for Pidgeotto. Currently only have one flying attack, but that will change eventually. I mean, I still have one evolution in Pidgeotto, so... Far from done with that Pokemon. As I said, its replacement is going to join me at level 50, so... It's gonna be a while. And there's Aerial Ace. That's a never miss flying type attack. I'm just not sure if I want to teach it. Probably not. Okay, that's good. Critical hit, got the kill. Do I have anything of use against Onyx? Not really. The only thing I have is Metal Claw. I think maybe ground type moves would be like a Magnitude would also work quite well. But But I do have Metal Claw and I know that works, so yeah. Charmeleon needs experience anyway. Haha, bring it on. All good things to those who wait. Sadly, Metal Claw is not a very powerful attack. It's kind of given to Charmeleon, and this is in this game, I guess, to compensate the fact that he's going to be very, very weak in the first arena. So they just give you a Steel type move, so you know you have that one advantage. You're still screwed in the second arena, but by then you just have access to more Pokémon. I have to be careful, or at least reasonably aware of the fact that Charmeleon's actually weak against rock-type attacks, so that rock throw might have actually done some serious damage. And we get a burn heal for some reason. Mostly this section of path is meant as a way out, just like this. Oh, you have a fire Pokemon as well, that's cool. But I know Cut. You don't. Okay, he seems to be caught in some kind of AI loop. Let's go for a Scratch because it's higher accuracy and get the kill this way. Charmander, how about we go for Golem? It's my type advantage against fire Pokemon at the moment. I guess at this point I really don't have that much diversity in my team, so especially against the kind of enemies I encounter here, I can't often take advantage of yeah, having the right type of Pokemon, or the right type of attack at least. You're an enemy as well. I think he has both of the fully evolved bug Pokemon. This one's a flying bug, I believe. Wow, it survived. Fury attack takes so long because it's up to 5 hits. I guess it can take so long. Okay, I thought he had both of them, but apparently he only has 2 Beedrills, which is fine by me, I guess. Also note that one of the level 19 Beedrills died to a single Ember and the other one survived. Not with much, but it survived with a tiny amount of health, so... Suspicious free-look standing stones and such, by the way, are always a good source, or a good place to look for, things like ethers, super potions, just hidden items in general. They are often in somewhat conspicuous locations, so it's usually worth it, or it's often worth it to check out those places. Because you can get some good items, especially ethers are very nice because they refill PP. Let's not go on with that. They make it so that you can use your attacks more often. And I don't believe you can buy those anywhere, or any item that refills how often an attack can be used. So the only way to get them is to find them. I know I shouldn't favor Charmeleon so much, but I really want him to evolve. He does at level 36, I believe, so he's gonna have to play the front man for a bit. Taking the rock tunnel to go to Lavender. I think that's where we are going as well. We definitely have to take the rock tunnel, which is what we need flash for. It's completely dark if you don't use flash. It can be navigated if you know the place. There's no reason you would need flash, but yeah, I'm nowhere near that familiar with the place. Sandshrew, I don't believe I've got anything that would be useful against that, so let's go Pidgeotto. As you see, if I don't have the type advantage, I'm still changing out my Charmeleon. Gust? Please don't poison me, that would be lovely. For some reason, status effects really annoy me. As in, I really want to get rid of them as fast as possible whenever I get one. I'll just go for Gyarados, why not? I have no type advantage here, I want to give Gyarados some experience. And I want the enemy to know that he really doesn't stand a chance. Because Gyarados has always been one of those really sort of big and cool and strong Pokemon, and I've always liked it. Pretty much whenever possible I've used it. Just because, to me, it's one of those iconic... one of those things that make Pokemon Pokemon. Back when I played it as a really quite a young child. And it was all... you just felt so special knowing that the Magikarp would eventually become this really super strong thing, and then you didn't quite know how to go about it, so you leveled it up by just straight swapping it in and swapping it out of combat, and it was really a long and tedious process until... but you knew because someone had told you that it was going to be really strong eventually, and just all those memories of spending hours trying to get it to level 20, and then eventually someone tells you, you know, you can just dupe rare candies and somehow takes the magic out of it, but you get the point. I just really like Gyarados, so pretty much in any generation that I've played since, I've always tried to get a Gyarados if possible. And in the ones I've played, it has always been possible. It tends to be a very common fish to catch with your first fishing rod, so in my experience, it's not exactly a rare find. Okay, that was a very low level magnitude, which is why it wasn't so painful. I think if that had been a magnitude 10, I might well have died. I just don't have anything else that's good against Geodude, so... something of a weakness that currently I don't have any water or plant or ice types, which would be strong. Magnitude 7, that's already going to hurt a lot more. Yep. Scratch to get the kill. Doesn't have to be super effective, he barely had a sliver left. Mashup. Yeah, we're going to swap to Pidgeotto for that. Okay, now we can hop down here. Oh, we should be fine, I hope. If we hop down even further, we have to kind of go back a little and go around again. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, a Meowth. Let's Ember it. Not so much for that. Once we get Surf, we can surf across this water here and get to the power plant where you can get the first legendary bird Pokemon. I don't know what it's called in English. You know the German name, don't know the English one. And it looks like one of Professor Oak's aids there, but it might just be a sprite that they reused. It's me, one of the ever-present aides of the Professor. 20... well, I have 20 kinds of Pokemon. I mean, I have no use for the Everstone, but still. Basically, if a Pokemon holds the Everstone, it will never evolve. Okay. At this stage, I am going to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.